More footage in harsh light. I'm in an earshot of the Google facility. It's here in Fremont, off the bank. And they're facilitating all this deception. Oh, I don't know. It is so funny. All right, no more of this. John Boy McCracken here, with another harshly lit video. I'm looking especially repulsive today, you know. And being real creepy, you know. All right, enough of that, you know. So I'm gonna be addressing Dania again today. Yeah, I thought I'd just take some time to menace her a little more. Dania, you don't think they have a detailed, real thick file on you already? You don't think this file is digital? You don't think it's been put through the analysis of AI supercomputers, and you don't think other people with their little prescient visions have compiled all kinds of intelligence about you? Whoever you are out there, you don't think this is also true of you? You don't think they knew about you before you were even born? You don't think so? You don't think so, huh? I was watching this ridiculous remake of Papillon. You know, the acting is such poor quality. It's such garbage. These tiny little this is poorly constructed garbage. You know, just spliced together. You know, it's just you can't make that film. You know, with the the current crop of actors. You can't do it. It comes across as so inauthentic. You know, I like the original, of course. You know. And they're having them play some kind of version of the Papillon characters is playing some kind of modeling himself after Steve McQueen, and the fucking Dustin Hoffman one is modeling himself after that actor's performance. And it's just such garbage, Steer clear, steer clear. I couldn't take it. I wanted to get my money back. They wouldn't refund my money though. And I remember describing that whole fucking day to my handler, Well, yeah, they tell me if I don't go along, if I don't go along, it's going to result in some apocalyptic, cataclysmic, engineered cataclysm, resulting in a huge loss of life. They just love their little games. I mean, they know the Earth is flat and sprawling, but yeah, they just like their little hierarchical superiority, fucking dishonest contest, because they're all into Satanism. They take pleasure in gutting you, boy. That's what they're into. It's not even some kind of retaliation thing. They just think they're better. They're just fucking sick. So I was led here via these visions that they you know, uh, my entire consciousness was commandeered and copied. A digital copy was made, and they let back little portions of it, that have been edited and modified. You know, um, what they're trying to do. I mean, I'm sure some of what they let me see, is part of the genuine vision. The kind of life I could have with Dania, and but the rest of it's all this amped up, keyed up stuff. They just key up little values. They do this digitally with a silly little program anybody could use, and it's got me believing that there's all this dark future awaiting, and all this is a profit scheme. It's all just a social engineering profit scheme. That's all it is, and they're using me as a player in it, and that's all it is. Okay, none of that stuff is going to come to pass. In all likelihood, it wouldn't happen. You know. But people act like they're safe as long as we don't talk about these things or think about these things. Let's all go home and smoke some opium. You guys are fucking ridiculous. You're retarded. You're in error, and it's gonna get you. I don't know. May get you killed one day. May lead to all kinds of terrible outcomes. For your offspring, and you got to look at actual reality. Clandestine technology is real, and it's highly, highly, highly developed. The stuff that the military's got, the stuff that these intelligence services got, it's so goddamn advanced. They're playing God. They are playing God. They are controlling this reality. You need to recognize that. I'm going to post another artwork up on. I got all kinds of ideas. I'm just making some art to generate. I hope and the hope that could generate a little bit of income for me, so I could pursue more important things. And I hope to elevate the whole art scene. They think it's unfair. These assholes. I don't know. Like, well, you let these dim bulbs make art, and we don't want to elevate the consciousness. We don't want to up the game. Right. We don't want to accelerate progress. Technological progress and societal help people have additional insights into how they treat each other and so on and so anyway, I want you to anyway, even though that money will never get to me, and they told me they'd do this to me, even though that money will never get to me. I mean, if you're out there wearing a shirt, with my art on it, or a dress, or what have you, or you got a iPhone case, with my art on it, or you got a mug or what have you, you got a notebook or whatever, you got a pillow and I don't know, just anything. Hopefully you buy something that you display publicly, out in the world. You'll get 1 million likes on Insta. I mean, people will take your photo. They'll put it on their Instagram page. I mean, it'll be all over the place. It's so damn unique. My stuff is so damn unique. And provocative and eye catching, and so that's proof right there. If I'm not getting paid for it, I mean that's proof that they're doing this to me. That they're committing fraud against me. I could show you. I need just to buy a camera. I mean, they changed certain things about the website on my display. It's not that it's not that I'm having some cognitive problem. No. It's the internet is individualized now. It is for each and every person. You can bet your life on that. Yes, they told me that none of my online pursuits, if that's the path I want to take, will be successful in the slightest way. I'll never get a penny. This is what they said. Okay. You know, somebody, I don't know, maybe one of their stooges, you know, told me they couldn't find my page on Redbubble. You know, John Boy McCracken, all lowercase. John Boy McCracken, all lowercase. I'm going to put up this more colorful print, and it's highly unique. And yeah, I don't see why, you know, a lot of people wouldn't bite. You know, but please just do that. Do it for the children. You know, because this is only going to get worse. I promise you. You know, last couple of days, I mean, they really, you know, it's like they're trying to drive a cougar away from the sheep. You know, but they don't have to. They don't have to so much as raise their fist or level a weapon. You know, or anything. You know, this can all be done via electromagnetic frequencies. You know, they were cooking me last night. You know, giving me this terrible, this fucking, you know, trying to infiltrate into my consciousness, and it's a bit dispiriting. You know, one thing that's interesting, and one thing that is interesting that I've noticed recently. Whenever I look at the form of a woman, you know, this word "rotten" simply comes to mind. There's no emotional attachment to it. It's just this word "rotten" pops up in my mind. Very strange. Very, very strange. You know, it's a programming. You know, subliminal voice to skull. That's all it is. This is not how I feel. You know, that's not how I feel about women. But that's a red flag in so many minds. You know, I mean, this is just, and this is going to kill your confidence. You know, and you will not pursue me, and you will look askance. You know, at me, won't you? Because I mentioned that. See, this is also you know, it's such a well constructed these traps that they've constructed are so well designed. I mean, it's just you know, checkmate. It's over. Game over. You know, you people. I mean, you're just going to need to be assaulted with these stories over and over again before you wake up to the reality. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Please buy my art on Redbubble if you can find it. I don't think you can. You may not be able to. Could you do an investigation? Could you shoot a video? Could you take out your camera, whatever, and could you film? You put it on a tripod while you're trying to buy my art, while you're trying to look for my art, John Boy McCracken, all lowercase, on Redbubble, on the site Redbubble. Does Redbubble not exist? Is it not a real site? Is it a CIA front? What is it? You know, please tell me. Is it real? You know, post the video up. You don't have to show your face. You don't have to show your face. Just aim the camera at your screen. Do that. Would you do that? This is worth investigating. You know, are you afraid? Are you? You better stand up against these people. You better fucking do something. No, really. You better stand up against these people. It's only going to get worse. They don't want you to buy or sell. They don't want you to buy or sell. You know how bad it's going to get? Oh, you know. Oh, let me tell you about this stupid little vision they gave me. Yeah, years back. I couldn't even fit it into context. You know, evidently it relates to this movie they want me to play the lead role in. Um, And the thing is, you just can't just put any actor or actress in that role. You can't do that. It requires a very specific. It's not convincing. It wouldn't be convincing. You need a really mean son of a bitch to play that role. You know. Otherwise, it's unconvincing, and it's not going to scare people. You know, it's not going to right. It's not going to be, you know. But they showed me that this guy they tried to rush process. You know, some underground labyrinth. Not really a labyrinth, just some underground sub basement level of some building or something, and they said we had to do this because you wouldn't go with the program. Yeah, evidently they put me on a hypnotic or something, and somebody blew some devil's breath into my face or something, and yeah, they had me down there after I was recovered and I came awake, and then like, well, they're leading me along towards this guy, and this must be like 10 years from now, and he must be oh, he's like 10 years younger than me. He's at least a couple inches taller than me. He's got blonde hair and blue eyes. He's got a very big jaw that they're going to have to remove. They're going to have to actually get in there and cap it away, and then they're going to replace it with like a more diminutive specimen, grown in a lab off of like a, I don't know, like a carbon fiber part, have to fit that thing into place, pop it into place, and use all his stem cells in there, and so it fuses back. And right, because their plan was with him, but they went too far and too fast, and it broke him mentally. So I'm looking at this guy. He's the most frightening man I've ever seen in my life. He's like the Joker, but even more so. He doesn't have any facial scars. He's not wearing makeup. Yet he's the most frightening man I've ever seen in my life. So yeah, their plan was to convert him into a very strange and wicked woman. After they had rush processed him, making him to a really ruthless and yeah, convincing assassin. That was the idea. That has a particular artfulness, particular graceful artfulness. And, But yeah, because what they did to him, he can't act anymore. He can't act anymore. He's not. He doesn't come across in the slightest way as sympathetic. You understand? So their little replacement, it failed. I think this is not real. They're not even going to try that because they know it's going to fail. So they're just trying to guilt trip me, and that's all they're trying to do. I'm not even going to try. I mean, one thing they want little boys like to imprint upon transgender actresses, because they plan to make a whole lot more transgender people. They do for population control, right? I mean, that's one little small aspect of the agenda, And the thing talking about the surgery and the drug they're going to use to make it like 3 or 4 times as horrendous as it would be if I was conscious and there's no anesthetic, and they're gonna they do that. They collect those frequencies for aversion therapy with good little wasp boys, which they're trying to preserve. They're trying to preserve their genes. Keep their genes in the gene pool. But for whom they have their little suspicions. Hey, this boy, he might be a fairy or something. So they gotta pulse those frequencies derived from my experience, on the operating table, involving some I don't know, some devilish version of Bugs Bunny and this blue robot with red eyes and this blue robot that transforms into some kind of red queen, or it's just really really weird. It puts to death every one of my descendants and all this stuff, and I don't know. Yeah, so they're gonna dilute all those. I mean, they're gonna pulse that into their as a form of therapy, in a diluted form, with toned down values, yeah, as a form of aversion therapy. Right. And as I said, I mean, I'm just to them, I'm a lab rat. To them, I'm an animal, right? Because I'm racially impure, you know. Well, got a whole lot on my plate today. Got to try to be productive here.